Hello, Vee Morales here for American Crafts, and we are makers, and today I'm making a junk journal using the paper collection called Dreamer by American Crafts. This is the collection here, and I will be using most of the pieces, and all of the measurements will be linked below. I'm starting off with 4 pieces of cardstock cut at 8 by 7.5 and fold in half. I'm using the Coptic punch cartridge in blue to make my junk journal holes. I'm going to start off on the left side at 5 inches and end on the right at 4 7/8 of an inch. So now that I'm done with my holes, I'm going to pick out all of the cardstock that I need, as well as the colored copy paper that I need. I'm using 7 sheets for the colored copy paper. You can use any color you like, even handmade paper. I'm going to do the same as far as punching that out so all of my holes can be aligned with all of the other papers that I did punch. So this is what it looks like so far. I'm going to stack them as I want them. So how I stacked them is the cardstock first and then 2 layers of copy paper and so forth until I ended with 1 sheet of copy paper. So fold that in half. You're going to need some clips for this to keep it in place. Here I'm using some scissors to cut off the extra. You are able to use a craft knife if you'd like. However, these scissors are very sharp and I was able to cut through all of those layers. Here I'm stitching up the junk journal using some embroidery thread, and I start off with the middle hole and I go up and then I come down all the way down and then I go back to the middle. So you'll see here how I do it. While I stitch the journal up, I'd like to say that if you look at your upper right hand corner, I have some handmade paper ribbon that I stitched up with my sewing machine. I will be using that in the junk journal as well. And I also have a cover. So I have a cover for the front and a cover for the back. It already has ribbon on it as well, all stitched up and ready to go. So I did prep that prior to the video. Also, all of the measurements will be listed in the description below, as far as supplies as well. Everything that I used for this junk journal will be in the description. So you can click on that and see everything you need to know about this junk journal. I'm just about finished stitching up the spine of the junk journal, and I did end in the middle, and I tie a double knot there to secure that in place. And I do cut off some of the excess string, and I do leave a bit of string for the junk journal. I do use that later. I will show you how that's used. So just take some scissors, cut that, and done. So here are the covers, and I am all done with the junk journal. So let's go ahead and do a flip through. I did tie some fabric around the junk journal. You are able to use elastic. You can also use a closure, a locket or some sort if you'd like. And here's pocket here. I have all a lot of cut aparts in here, lots of stitching. I do have ribbon in it, some pockets and tuck spots. So much to junk journal in as well. I made sure to add lots of copy paper, enough to journal in. Here's a doily that I cut up and stitched, added it to that page. I also have some vellum in this junk journal. Here is a rose, and it's attached to a bag, folded in half and stitched with some journal pieces that I cut up from the cardstock. I also included paper ribbon. As you can see on the edges, there's some paper ribbon that I stitched up and glued on. I also have some tags, and here are some more tags, and they have stitching on them. An envelope here to store treasures or some other bits that you'd like. And this is a little notebook I created with the journal bits as well. And this is just so fun, and you can just write and glue and add anything you'd like. So this concludes the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.